Well, I thought today was a good Tuesday practice. I thought guys came out real purpose, not just purpose and effort, but purpose in trying to take the meeting room on the field, focus in fundamentals, trying to push through, first day of install of game plan and some of the different looks that we're going to see. It's a very well coached team that we're playing against, and so it presents some different and unique challenges, but then also just making sure that we're doing the things necessary that we need to grow and to get better. And I thought the guys really approached the work and were able to execute at a pretty high level here for a Tuesday practice. The mistakes that were made will get cleaned up, and obviously be able to continue to progress as the week goes on.
What are the challenges that a 3-3-5 brings?
Well, just a multiplicity. I mean, all the different coverages, the different blitz packages, coupled with the talented players. I mean, this is one of the most talented defenses that we've played up to this point this year, and it's one of the more talented defenses in the country. But coupled with just all the things that they do, and your eyes will sometimes you lead you one direction and you might get something totally different from the backside. So it's just it's a good scheme. Like I said, they're pressure packages. They can get to a lot of different things, but then also they've done a great job of taking away the explosive play just with the different three high safeties, rolling coverages, keeping the offense off balance, and then being able to create pressure just with the pressure packages and things they present.
We talk about evaluating a kicker. If they make it, is that just that's all that matters, or do you look at the way the ball's coming?
It's all parts of it. I mean, for me right now, is it fundamentally consistent? And that's where sometimes a guy can miss hit a ball and it goes through the uprights. But are we striking the ball pure? Are we trusting our fundamentals? Are we staying true to who we are? It's very similar to me sometimes in the way with a quarterback. And there's times that you want a certain fundamental from a quarterback. He could throw the ball and it be on point for maybe not being fundamentally right, but the consistency over that stretch over a long period of time is not. The ball will not be accurate as much as that. So I really kind of carry the same elements into evaluating specialists in general, and that's one of the things that we're looking at and focused on. And I thought we had a good day kicking the ball. Still some things that we're pushing in that, but made all our kicks, and it was good competition, and Brian responded the right way. I thought they did really well. I mean, Patrick Payton in his last 3 games has shown he's ready to play Division I college football at a high level, and he's still at the infant stages of where he's going to be, and I think he's got a remarkable potential. Josh Farmer, Louisville, kind of got in there and was feeling his way, into it. But the last 2 games, you feel him on film, and you see the explosiveness, the power. It was great for him to be able to get in and get a sack. Daniel Lyons, I know we talked about him early in camp. I didn't know when it would show up with Daniel, with opportunity, but he's made the most of it, and he can absolutely be in that defensive line rotation, and he showed that he can make productive plays while out there. So I like what I'm seeing from that group, and just a continued push and growth and development.
Is Rodney Hill? You guys have a lot of depth at running back. Is Rodney Hill someone who can kind of work his way into?
He's close. Rodney is a very explosive back. He's preparing every week as if his number is going to be called, and he's going to have to go carry a bigger load of what's being asked. But right now we got the 3 backs that are playing quite a bit, and managing reps with them. But I definitely love the progression I'm seeing with Rodney, and he's got to be ready.
How do you assess where Julian Armella is right now, and how's he kind of grown since maybe preseason camp?
Our young offensive linemen, they're coming along, and I really like that group. I mean, Jalen Early, Julian, Dr. Richardson's come on these last few weeks. You see him starting to really grow and have more confidence in what he's doing. Really all those guys that have come in, it's a work in progress with the young offensive linemen, and when you have whatever it was 5 or 6 freshmen that have come in, and they were they're starting at the ground floor of it, and just each day and each practice, they're growing in their confidence. And so still a lot of work to do, but they're coming on.
It seemed like you guys, as a coaching staff, there's just a lot of energy. Not that you don't normally have a lot of energy, but it just seemed like early this morning, was there a need after a loss to raise it?
There's a need every day, and I want to be better than I was yesterday. So that's it. I mean, if we're not bringing it every day, then there's major issues. But hopefully I was better today than what I was last week, and the plan tomorrow is to be better than what I was today. But that's the expectation. It's no different. Coaches are no different than players, and ultimately it is our obligation and responsibility that our players need to see growth in us. I know I talked yesterday about ownership, and look, there's not one coach that had a perfect game there Saturday, and I don't think I've ever had a perfect game. But I can look at the things that were done, decisions that were made, some of the things even throughout the week. All right, did I like how that played out of what I pictured it being, and were we able to execute it? All right, if we weren't able to execute it, why? Was it how I was teaching it? Was it some of the details? Was maybe a lack of focus from the player's perspective? Was it just a missed opportunity? All those things go into it, but you have to be able to take the ownership, and then you have the awareness of what are the steps that need to go into fixing it. And so it's energy, it's focus, it's thoughts, schematics, it's the overall execution and the consistency of that all play into it. So I thought as a football team we had good energy, and our coaches need to be an example. It's one thing if I sit back and cross my arms and do nothing for the whole practice, but want guys to bust their ass for everything that they're doing. I would be cheating them. But if I'm going to come out and I'm going to put everything I've got into it, I'm dang sure I'm going to make sure that they are too.
What do you think that means to the players? Because you've said that several times before. You're willing to say, you can call me out as well if you're not seeing that consistency.
I mean, we are all in this together, and for players, man, it is hard to play college football, and nobody's body is feeling good right now. You get into it, you get bumps, you get bruises. There's distractions, all around the world that things that are going on, and but they get to make a choice, and every one of our players, they want to achieve at the highest level. There's not one player that ever steps on the field and hey, maybe I want to mess up on this play. They don't, but it is a constant push. I mean, every day can I come here and can I just be my best? Can I get better from the lessons that I've learned? Can I be there? Can I be supportive for my teammates? That's what it's about. And that when you see players helping encourage players, when you see that energy, that excitement, when guys are supporting each other, I'm gonna challenge them on the field. When I see something that needs to be better, I'm gonna let them know it needs to be better. When I see something that's done to the standard of how they're, I'm gonna let them know I'm gonna celebrate with them. I'm gonna show that excitement. I want them to feel the good just as much as they understand the corrections and the things that we need to get better at. So that's what makes this game awesome.
Go good.